Okay, layout November RM. Basic drawing. Tacking it down is helpful, I think. My tape is empty, but so I've just been practicing on this a little bit. Shading you could do lightly. Before you go into color, sometimes having a little bit of space is not enough. It's always a problem for artists. There's always people getting onto you about tracing, they're getting onto you about digital. So, people like Picasso and those famous artists, they look up to Bob Ross. He's not considered an old artist, but you can learn from them quite a lot. And they just use the good old-fashioned ink, or they use oil paint. But painting is another step and it's expensive. So it's good for school, but you need better supplies, better paper, you need more canvas. And if you're a student on a budget and you have debt to pay for other things, then it's very expensive. So you'll see comic book people using their special paper, and I looked that up. It's very expensive. It costs more than animation paper, which I find is the best for me to use because I have the animation disc. But this is some basic sketching for layout. I really like layout a lot, but now the schools are pushing digital, and artists like us, we don't have money for that kind of stuff. So that's why it's much harder to get into those kind of programs. That's why they push you into art fundamentals. You only need to take that once. You don't need to take it more than once. If you do, that is a waste of money. It ties you with the school, so unless you want to take it with a different school, then you could do that. So that's kind of my tip on taking art fundamentals, I guess. So inking is a good process, but it's also another step which costs more money. And I signed the layout. You could do grasses, but if the cartoon doesn't have grasses, then don't do grasses. Just draw the like water, flat. Try to match the color, which I like to do. Even Copic marker is extremely expensive, so oil painting is more affordable, but not by much. You pay about $10 for one marker, plus you need better paper. Yeah, unless you're not doing nothing with music, you're not doing nothing with movies, then you can afford to buy better art supplies. But you'll be spending your money on art supplies and nothing else, so keep that in mind. So it's a simple layout. I pre-drew most of it, but I like to pre-draw everything and then just go over it again to make it look a little bit better. Alright, thanks for watching. November 1st layout practice. Practice your layout for animation, even illustration, because you need a lot of it to get in, not just life drawing. you need some life drawing, not more than 5 pieces, so you need more layout or more portrait drawing. I could do more portrait drawing later on, or comic book drawing. So they take up pretty much everything. I don't like the way they tell you stuff. Don't submit color, don't submit shading. It doesn't interest them, but then people do. So it's part of art. Because now they submit digital, and that screws people up. So you gotta advance all the time in art, and it's a very expensive hobby. So keep that in mind, especially if you're gonna be going into those full-time programs that need digital. The drawing desk is not enough. Even for me, I'm always limited on the space. So once you leave school, you lose all the space, you lose the life drawing, and then you're stuck being on your own. So keep that in mind. Thanks for watching. Layout November, first week of November. Practice your layout. If you have more money, go into oil painting or go into watercolor. Then you have to be buying watercolor paper, which can cost you 30 bucks, 50 bucks a sheet, and that is extremely expensive for art hobby, not including nibs, pens and all, markers and all that stuff. So whatever you pick, go for it, and hope it works out for you. Thanks for watching. Some people, I think they even might just stick with digital, but that does not make you an artist. That just makes you a digital artist. So I don't think digital artists are artists, because they don't use paper, they don't use art supplies, they just use Wacom. But they call themselves digital, so why can't an artist call themselves an animator? You just buy animation paper and you're an animator. So a lot of people think differently, so be careful with that. Thanks for watching my layout sketch. And art table would be good, but then you need more space in your room and you need more setup. You could do basic art, just like very little space. Sometimes, not all the time. If I wanted to take this to bigger paper or canvas, I need more space for that. So thanks for watching. I guess kind of quick shading and layout sketching. So I pre-draw most of it from tracing. So I could take a printout and put the printout underneath, and then kind of go over it. You see, you have to zoom the picture in quite a lot to fit the page, unless you already cut down the page and draw it smaller. So there's a lot of tricks in art, so thanks for watching. It's quite interesting hobby.